Hello, this is PawPaw's coming to you right from Louisiana. Can I get some off my chest? I tell you, I can't tell nobody because people just don't seem to understand. But maybe you will. Why does everything have to be so dead-gum complicated nowadays? Take for instance, my kids bought me what they call a smart TV. Now that dead-gum smart TV ain't smart at all. When I was growing up, we brought a TV, we plugged it in, and turned it on and it worked. Didn't have to do nothing else, it worked. But you know, I get that dead-gum smart TV, it says on the box, smart TV. So I says, I'll see. I said, Ethel, come here, let's see how smart this TV is. I put it up, I plug it in, I turn it on, it don't do nothing. This thing comes up. Well, it must be smart because it has about 50 different languages I guess that TV speaks. I don't need no TV speaks Chinese. So I said, well, what's this thing that came with it? It's called a remote, Ethel. And I said, what button do I push? You know, them complicated. When I used to just go up and turn the knob and it went to a different channel, turn it up. No, can't do that nowadays. You can't find a knob on one of them TVs nowhere. You try to look and find one. I looked all around it. It wasn't no knob to push, to pull, to turn, to twist, do nothing with. It's smart TV, real smart it is. So I said, I'm going to call them up and tell them to come get this thing. It ain't smart at all. So I called them up. I said, Best Buy. I said, come get this dead-gum TV. It ain't smart. It won't even come on. And they start telling me, well, you got to do this with the remote and you got to do that. And I said, it ain't no knobs on it nowhere. They said, no, it ain't no knobs on it. You're supposed to use that remote. I said, what? Remote? So then they told me what to do. So I went back and I started pointing that remote at that TV, pushing this button and that button and everything else. And what do you think it did? It done nothing. It just kept putting these screens up there, say, push this, push that. Try this, try that. You want cable? You want antenna? What sound? You want it to hook up with your sound? Well, I want the sound in the TV to work. If I wanted other sound, I wouldn't have bought a TV, I'd have bought a radio. But I expect the sound to come out of the TV. Doggone it, they said, you got a sound bar. Well, where I come from, there ain't but one kind of bar, and that's the kind you go drink at. No sound bar, what is that? So they talk about a sound bar. Ain't that complicated? And then they got this thing they call HDMI. Now what does that stand for? I heard of the FBI, I heard of the CIA, but I ain't never heard of no HDMI. But they say, plug something in the HDMI. What? Ain't got no sound bar, ain't got no HDMI, I don't care what they're talking about. It's just supposed to be a smart TV. And then I finally do get it on, and it got these little pictures down at the bottom of it. Got different things on them. One says, Netflix. And I said, what is Netflix? And Ethel says, PawPaw, the young people pronounced it Netflix. And I look at it again and I say, do you see a S on the end of that word? I said, it ain't no S on it. If it was Netflix, it'd be an S on it. I said, it's Netflix. And then I look and I hear this other one that says, Hula. She says, PawPaw, they don't pronounce it Hula, it's Hulu. I said, who what? I said, look. If it was Hulu, it'd be HWHOO. Or LOO like Waterloo. Hulu, whoever served us such a thing. All them boxes down there, they just make it complicated. I just want ABC, NBC, and CBS. That's all I need. Well, maybe Fox News, I got to admit, I kind of hooked on that. Maybe Fox News, but I don't need every damn channel there is in the world. But no, they want to give me everything. They say, you got to have it, PawPaw. You got to be able to see the Bulldogs when they play. Well, What about my Louisiana team, huh? What about my LSU team? That's what the Tigers, that's what I want to see. So anyway, the kids say, you got to have it, Pawpaw, you got to have it. Well, I'll tell you what's true. It ain't no smart TV. I want the dumb TV back. You know, it just makes me feel dumb as all get out. Don't it make you? Am I the only one that's fed up with all this complicated stuff? Why don't they make it like they used to? They don't appreciate us. I mean, I remember when cars, you could get in there and you could put the key in and you could turn it over and it'd go boom, boom. Now you get inside of it. It ain't no place to put a key. You look for it, you don't find it. And then you see this little old button that says, push me. I push it. Think it starts up? No. Don't have them. Don't start up. And they give you a manual that thick that says, hey, you got to read this before you know how to drive it. I push that button. It did not happen. I went and called the dealer. I said, you come get this car. I said, it don't work. I pushed the button and pushed the button. It said, push here to start. And I'm pushing it, it ain't starting. He said, well, did you put your foot on the brake? I said, why would I put my foot on the brake? I want to go, not stop. It's already stopped. He said, well, you got to push your foot on the brake and push the button to start it. And I ain't never heard of nothing so stupid in my life. Hey, you put your foot on the brake to start the car? What happened when you just turned the key and it started? You used to have to push on the accelerator and turn it at the same time and pump it a little bit. You remember them days? No, not now. And where is that thing I pushed to make the lights go dim? Where's that button down there on the floor? It done gone. It ain't there no more. They say it's up there somewhere where you turn on the lights or you turn on the blinkers or you turn on the windshield washer. Now that's another thing. Them wipers, they don't work like they used to. Why they make things so complicated? Think we just have simple? Like we used to? We too old for this stuff. I can't help it. I just dead gum tired of everything being so complicated. It is just as complicated as you can imagine. It bothered me. I remember when a watch, the only thing a watch did was tell time. That's all it did. Didn't have nothing else, just told you the time. Oh, not now though. No. I see my young folk talking on the watch, talking on the phone to somebody on the watch. Now it tells you the temperature, it tells you your blood pressure, it tells you your heartbeat. That daggone watch can do everything more than you can do. You talking about smart watches? They smart. I tell you, why don't they just do what they used to, tell time? Why do they even call them watches anymore? Tell time is just one of the few things it does. That's just the least thing it do. No, you want to see what the weather is. You want to see what the news is. You want to see what the stock market's doing. You look at your watch. I don't think folks will know where they're going, know how to get anywhere without a watch. And don't get me started on maps. Don't nobody use a map no more. I go anywhere in the world with a map. But no, you try to find a map. You try to find one. Now they got these things on the car called navigational devices. And let's go back to that old smart TV. It ain't smart. It don't understand a thing I say. It says speak into the remote. I speak into it. I say turn to channel 3. It don't turn to it. Turn to channel 4. It don't turn to it. It says something about flow. I don't understand. They ain't that smart. They don't understand what I'm saying. And there again, why can't it be simple? Well, I'll just go up and turn the knob. But you can't find no knobs nowhere on them TVs. You go looking. You tell me if you can find one. They call it smart TV. Well, I'll tell you right now, I'm fed up. I am absolutely fed up. Now, only thing I know about TVs, and this is true with the old ones as well as the new ones. The CIA, kind of like the FBI, they ain't like the HDMI though. They say them TVs, them smart TVs, can listen to everything you saying in the house. Don't get me started on this thing called Alexa, or Lexi, or whatever it is. I say, hey Lexi. She don't say nothing. I say, hey Alexa. She said, what? Talk back to me. And then sometimes me and Ethel talking, and she chimes in and says something. I wasn't talking to her, but she listening. And then they say, they don't listen unless you call their name. Well, that's a lie. They say the CIA, the FBI, the NAS, and all them folks can listen into what we saying. Well, I've been knowing the TV could hear. They ain't telling me nothing. I mean, I'll be looking at them Bulldogs playing, and they'll make this receiver won't catch the ball, and I'll say, you idiot, can't you catch anything? No, Ethel comes in, she looks in the room, and she don't see nobody. She said, Pawpaw, who you talking to? Ain't nobody in the room but you. I said, I'm talking to that dead gum receiver. She said, he can't hear you. I said, yeah, he can. Just like that dead gum coach. I said, that's the stupidest play I ever saw. Why you call that play? We talk to that TV, don't we, man? We know they can hear us. I mean, why else would we be carrying on so much in front of the TV if they can't hear what we say? Throw a strike, boy. Can't you hit anything? No, they hear. They hear us. I know that. I've been knowing that. Well, it did Pawpaw. Thank you for letting me rant and rave, but I'll tell you, everything just got to be so complicated. Why can't they make things simple? Well, till I get some burr in my saddle again and just got to say something else, I'm going to call it quits for tonight. I hope you have a good evening, and God bless you.